What's up, guys? My name is Walter, and these are my tips and suggestions for EDC Las Vegas. This will be my third time going. If anybody has any suggestions, leave them in the comments. I will be putting some links in the description below. If you see any products that I'm showing that you like, that'll be there. So, firstly, outside the venue. Transportation. If you're going to be driving, you want to be using the freeway, not Las Vegas Boulevard. They probably already say this online and in several places, but I cannot emphasize that enough. Why? Because it's going to turn into a f***ing parking lot by at least 7 probably. I didn't get in until probably midnight because I had to park at the Walmart down the street. It's about 2 miles down. Now you can try walking to the venue if you like, but you're not supposed to. They will stop you. Generally they might have some shuttles picking you up or whatever, but they don't want you walking into the venue. Or out of the venue for that matter. I walked out of the venue, they will stop you at the gates, so you have to jump some fences if you want to do it that way, but it can be done. For best results in general, you want to arrive early and probably leave early too. I myself have not left earlier than 5:30 because I just want to, stay to the end. If you leave a little earlier, say 4:30, you won't have everyone leaving at the same time and all trying to filter through the doorway that's only big enough for one vehicle at a time. Arrive early, leave early. You arrive around 7:30, you're going to get in there pretty quickly. If you leave at 5:30 and you decide to stay all the way to the end of the night, be prepared to wait in the parking lot or for your ride or whatever. It's at least 2 or 3 hours unless you happen to be close to the exit. Everyone's trying to file through that one doorway, that one sort of gate that's sized only for one vehicle at a time, so it takes forever to get out of there. So, if you're using a shuttle, or if you're considering on using a shuttle, this is something that's very important that also they will not tell you. It's going to take 1 full hour to get to the venue or from the venue. Why do they do this? Because they go around the military base. They made their sort of own little route. It takes this huge route around the city. I didn't know this the first time. Missed all sorts of artists that started early, so I find that to be very useful information. Get ready to meet people on the bus or take a nap, whatever you might prefer. Getting to the shuttles and leaving the shuttles, arrive early, leave early. Lastly, on outside the venue, survival. If it's not already kind of a given, have water in your car if you're going to be taking your car, and food in the car as well. Let's move on to inside the venue. Firstly, waters inside the venue are going to be $5 each. That's bottled water. Now, of course, you can bring your own Insomniac labeled bottles, empty, of course, bringing them into the venue. They won't let you take any waters or drinks of any kind onto the shuttles. And, of course, into the venue, most things have to be empty, I think including the camelbacks, because you can go fill them up for free. But it's important for people like me who do like to carry. I like to be very prepared and carry a backpack around with me, not a puny little camelback, maybe an extra shirt or something like that, because it is very hot there, you get very sweaty, and the camelbacks don't hold very much, so that's me. Also, here I'm going to go over what's in my backpack, what I like to carry around in it. By the way, if you see me running around with this, feel free to say hi. Wore them to a couple of concerts. Fantastic, especially if you like just a nice flat EQ dampening. $40 at Guitar Center. So far I'm liking them a whole lot. Earasers. You might not think about it, I like to mention real quick. Now I know it's going to be dark while you're in there, but when you come out, especially if you end up having to walk out of there like I did my first time, you'll thank goodness you had a pair of sunglasses with you. Battery should have been the first time. Bring a battery. It has a little light on it for seeing inside your backpack or whatever. Bring yourself an extra cable just in case you do meet a friend or somebody who does need their phone charged. You'd be good to go a little bit later on. Also, I'm going to plug the band t-shirt that I'm wearing right now, The Algorithm. If you like electronica and use some metals, I highly suggest. This artist is new, up and coming, and effing amazing. And I guess that's it. I shall see you under the electric sky. Oh yeah, there's one more tip I have that I actually heard on Night Owl Radio on one of the Insomniac Stories episodes. A guy mentioned that he said tape your phone number and maybe a friend or two's phone numbers onto the back of your phone, so that way if your phone dies, you have the phone numbers available if you don't want to have to memorize them, just there. And if you lose your phone, maybe a kind soul will call the phone numbers on the back of the phone and might get your phone back. So shout out to those guys.